There he is. Yeah, hey. Oh, it's a nice day, isn't it? You go out and explore stuff, and I'll talk to your people. Hi, everybody. It's Robert Earl out here at the Eco Ranch Sustainable Living Education Center with part 3 of our greenhouse build. Again, it's not necessarily a how-to. None of my stuff is really a how-to, but more of a how I did it so that it might give you another idea. I go through the internet, well, through YouTube, an awful lot when I'm trying to build a project, trying to see how somebody else did it so I can look and maybe adapt it. So my stuff is more how-to. But if you look behind me, you'll see that I have gotten an awful lot done since the last video, and I thought I'd go over some of it with you today. And maybe you can watch me put one of these glass panels up. So, real briefly, for those of you that may have just dropped in on part 3, which happens, I've done it on many a build. The greenhouse, like everything here at the Eco Ranch, is made from as much reclaimed, recycled, the 3R materials that I can. 3R material, reuse, repurpose, recycle, in that order, and in doing so you respect the earth. So what I've got, that's why the windows kind of look like a mishmash. We'll start with these windows over here. Those windows came from a remodel of the rest areas in Big Bend National Park. I have, I believe, 10 more of them that are going to go in the far end. Then I have some windows that I don't know where they came from, but one of the local people here, when he was moving, gave me these 5 windows. Very thick, very, very heavy. A couple of them have small cracks in them, but they should be okay. Now I've also got some storm doors. You know, if you're up in the frost belt and you get a screen door for your front door for the summertime, the wintertime you don't need a screen door, you need that piece of plate glass. So I've got some of those. They're a little bit smaller, and that's what we're going to be putting in today. But anyway, it's the 3R, reuse, repurpose, recycle. And I've also got the roof up, as much of the roof as I can put on, roof panels as I can put on. It's only at 6 pieces of polycarbonate. It's going to take 26 more to finish it. So we've got it at least started. I want to go and get behind the camera and show you a little bit about what, show you some of the work from behind the camera. There's a couple of mistakes, and I'm sure somebody will pick them out. So as we walk through the entrance, you see it's finally starting to look like a room. This corner is always going to be a little bit dark because the water tanks, the 3 water tanks, are going to go right in a line right down here. That'll be for air conditioning or moderating the temperature. I like to use that word moderating because we're not really conditioning the air. We also have the windows here that can open up to let air in, most likely in the summertime. Now I mentioned the roof. And here's my solid roof panels that go all the way across. And they pretty much cover the area here by the water tanks. And then the polycarbonate, the rest of this is all going to be this polycarbonate. Polycarbonate should let enough diffused light in so we won't have scorching and sunburn. And then just the glass panels here. Now there's the shorter one that we're working on. And I'm going to put you on the tripod and we'll show you, I'll show you the way that I came up with to put these panels in. I'm sure there's other ways. What I did over here though, I'll start off by showing you here. This one right here, you can see these two slide into this 2x4, and I actually slotted the 2x4 here and here. Great idea. The problem is if either one of these windows were to break, and everything was slotted, I wouldn't be able to take it out without disassembling the whole thing. So I got away from that, and I've done here, here, and on these last 2 windows, and the rest of the windows that are plate glass, I've come up with something a little different. And I'll show you that in just a second. So it's fairly simple what I've done here. You'll notice I have a 2x4 that's attached here. That 2x4 is part of the entire structure. Now what I've done is I've taken another 2x4 and simply cut it in half. Now that 2x4, mount it like so on either side of the window glass, and that will that'll hold the window in place on its own. Then if I get a broken window, I simply back the screws off. Okay, I have two pieces in, this one and this one. Now I'm ready to place the window in. Place the window in and put the last two in. Yeah, I called it a window. I guess it's just a piece of plate glass. But whatever it is, I'm ready to put it in. And now the inside bottom. There, now I've got the window in place. It's the plate glass, whatever the heck it is, it's in place. Both of these were the same size. The next three are a little bit smaller. So I had to terminate up here, and then I'll just drop down and continue the next three across. That'll end me up pretty close to the corner there, but that corner actually has to be made into a concrete pillar to hold the weight of the whole thing down. So it's going to be probably about that much lacking when I get the next three in. But it'll be nice and sturdy. I just have to put this this piece in here. Just wanted to give you an idea of how I am doing it. Seems to me, for what we're doing here, to be about the best way to do it, because then if I have a break, I can take the panel out, either replace it with a like panel or make adjustments within the frame for whatever I can do. But for now, it'll use the glass that we were given. So we've got a couple more videos to do on the greenhouse itself. Particularly, the next one's going to be on the putting in the wetland. But I just wanted to kind of give you an idea. For what you see above me, I have about $500 of lumber in all this. And I'm shocked. I'm really shocked that lumber is that expensive. It doesn't seem like $500. About $500 worth of lumber there. I need about $1,300 worth of polycarbonate panels. So this is 1/3, 2/3 left, $1,000 worth of lumber. Let's call it $1,100, and another $1,300 in panels. So 11 and 13, 14. Let's call it about $1,500 more dollars to add it to the $1,500 I've got. Even if I have $4,000 into this by the time I put the electrical, the wiring, and the lighting in, and all the miscellaneous just to finish the greenhouse. Now, and I'm not talking about the actual grow beds and that. I'm just talking about the greenhouse. Even if I've got $4 grand into it, I don't believe you could build a greenhouse that's 1,600 square feet for under $25,000. So we're still way, way ahead of the game. And that's what comes from putting the mantras that we have, and they're up on the, they're on my website. I will post a link so you can download our green 12 green mantras. But number one mantra, the one that I want everybody to remember, even if you have plenty of money, you can buy all new lumber and all new glass and everything. Remember, you're also straining the world's resources by buying. You're creating a demand for more glass, more wood, more whatever. It's better if you can reuse, repurpose, recycle, because you're respecting the earth when you do it. And with that, I believe I'll just end this video. There's not much I can do. There'll be more coming. But for now, it's Robert Earl at the Eco Ranch Sustainable Living Education Center saying, in Far West, Texas. I always forget that. We are in Far West, Texas. Actually, we're in the area like that. We're surrounded on 3 sides by Mexico. And we don't need a wall out here because guess what? They're flying all the drugs in by drone, and the drones can carry 100 kilos. That's 220 pounds, so the drones can carry people in, and you can't build a wall high enough to stop those drones. Call your congressman, tell him that. Call your senator, tell him that. We don't need to waste money that could be going for mitigation of man-made climate disruption on a wall. It didn't work for the Chinese, it won't work for us. Anyway, out here in beautiful Far West, Texas, and no need for a wall out here. See you guys later.